Okay, welcome back. We got our number cruncher online, and well, we need to start doing a little bit of rearranging. So I've went ahead and swapped out some crops here. I'm not sure if these are gonna, the canola and the soybeans are gonna be able to grow before, but I want to start at least getting some of that in. But you know, we'll run out of water, they'll die. But I want to just sort of pencil it in. If we get lucky, we get lucky. I also want to sort of do our little trick here. We're gonna start building up a path up here because we're gonna wall this off. We're gonna wall this off because we've survived this drought quite comfortably, I think. Once we unpause here, we'll just start getting going here. But the next one is, as always, death. So we need to get that sorted out. I also want to start making a path over here to maybe get to this bad water. So it looks like that's sort of designed with that in mind, and it looks like that's sort of designed with that in mind. And then I guess we can do a down up here. That's honestly probably no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I think, doesn't bad water go there? Doesn't this fill with bad water? I think it does. Yeah. Or, well, not yet, but once this turns on, this will fill with water. So down up, bad idea. Let's just go back to our boring warehouse trick. As annoyingly blinky as it is, even if we don't really need it at this point. So we're going to prep to get up here to get to the bad water, so that we can start getting our explosives online. We need explosives, and we're gonna just set this to, you know, don't worry about this so much. But you know, when you have time, same deal as last time. But we're gonna get over here for the bad water, and then the question is I want to get smelters online. Again, this is generating almost 200 science per day, which is fantastic. Like I'm going to have all the science I'm ever going to need over the next 2 droughts. I just need to survive those next 2 droughts. So that's why I am going to wall this off to survive another drought. We can also start sort of penciling in. So let's take out our marker here, which has been there for a long time, and replace it with a levee. Again, we're going to start being able to pencil out our... So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't need to count. I can just 10, 11, 12, and then 13, and then this should all be like no priority, please. So here again. Here's sort of going to be our outline of our tank. Except this way, we're going to leave a gap, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's see, just trying to, okay, okay, and then this way, and then we want to, right there, doing right there. That's going to be part of that side. Yeah. It's just a little awkward with... It doesn't line up with this, which is kind of annoying me, but we'll deal with that later. This is going to be our outline of our first massive water tank of doom here, but please do not build this yet, because if you build it right now, it just takes up my water space, and I can't have that right now. So actually, let's just set this to low so that you guys will build this before you start on the giant. And we're just gonna, you know, survive this drought while I start plopping down some way to wall this area off. Okay, the drought is almost over, and we already have just a ton of science, so we can start working on unlocking this bad water pump over here. And again, we're gonna put it down over here somewhere. I wonder if there's a better way to, but it's fine for now. It's fine for now. We're also going to want some storage. Fluid storage 4 bad water up here. And then I can also get my dynamite factory. So that's, where is that? Oh, it's under landscaping, isn't it? So I can unlock you, which is awesome. And now where do I want to put this? Well, I would love to put it near the bad water because that makes sense. I don't have power over there, which I have power over here, but the explosive factory uses a lot of power, and I don't want to, I mean, so I have a choice. I could either just stick it over here where it sucks power from the number cruncher, which I don't mind. Like I clearly have enough science, so I don't mind. And then same here with our metalsmith. So I could just put it over here, at least as a temporary thing, because I only really need 3 bits of explosives for what I want to do right now. After that, it's not the end. After that, we can maybe move things around. This does cost a lot of metal parts, though. So maybe it is worth finding a way to get power up and over here, and then we can build it closer to the bad water at least. That might. Yeah, but let's see. Our canolas are doing fine. Food is doing fine. In general, we're just kind of chilling here. We're gonna oh yep. Our wall is coming in very nicely. We're also building up over here too, because this is gonna need to be 1 square higher every 10 days, and every drought we're getting 10 days higher. So we're building up here. We're building over here, and again, this should get us through the next drought and hopefully the drought after, relatively nicely. Let's see. I think we're starting to run low on logs. So let's turn on lumberjack again. Again, we really should be using these because, yeah, we should be turning on these too. So let's get a beaver up there, starting to work through these logs too. And yeah, we're just waiting for the end of the drought at this point. Okay, penciled in our power line over here. We're gonna just go up and over like so, and then we'll build our buildings up here where we like them. Well, now what I really want to get down is these automation stuff, because that'll make things, like right now I'm having to manually come around here and be like, do I have cassavas? Yeah, okay, let's turn on the fermenter. And then I have to manually remember to turn it off, and I'm probably losing a lot of beaver time by having people by being just not as optimal as I should be when it comes to this. So let's actually also let's move this guy. So we want a small warehouse. I don't really, yeah, no, that's fine. And we're gonna say food, and then I want you to just empty that, please, because no, empty. Because again, we're building our little wall here. We're actually really close to being done here, which is fantastic. And over here, build another block up here. And again, we're just continuing this as we're still working on those, so you can keep chugging away. Yeah, and then we still got plenty of water here. Yeah, we have like a third of a tile. That's amazing, right? So hopefully once we get 2 tiles up here, we'll have no problem for the next 2 droughts, and we'll use that time to again start working on our tank over here. I'm thinking maybe we pass on these for a little while. At least I think if we spend our just getting our water more vertical, it'll evaporate slower, and it's just more efficient that way. So here's the end of the drought. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I no longer need these staircases, so let's get rid of that, and then ask them to please get rid of rubble. And so let's see, are we filling up here? Yes, we are. Whoopsies. You guys didn't. Problem solved. The cost 3 logs. Whoopsies. Right? Oh, I'm glad I saw that when I saw it, as opposed to just rambling on over here. Yeah, I thought I would. I guess I thought I'd get this whole thing kind of I probably could have if I clearly had enough logs and beaver time to build this up properly, and I just didn't. I just didn't. You're 93%. And you're about to get flooded. How much do I care about this? And the answer is, you guys are done. I don't think it's worth reducing my water supply just so we can maybe get some canola oil an extra cycle early. That's just not a risk that I need to take. Let's put an extra worker up here for now, so that we can at least harvest some of these soybeans. But I didn't get. And I put down these pine trees because I thought and they certainly do. Yeah, there's nothing to be done. It's gonna flood. Whatever. That means I need to go from that pump to this pump. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I will need to. Let's see. We're emptying this. Maybe. Let's ask them to build that. Yeah. Did anyone feel like none of you guys? Did you? Oh no, we did get some soybeans. Awesome. Okay, so we have some soybeans. It's some soybeans. I guess I could put some canola up here too now, but I'm not. Okay, I would like you built. I would like you emptied. I would like you built. I would like this built. There's a lot of things I want building. Do I have any builders? I have no builders! Every time! Every time! Every time! Every time! Every time! Where are... Okay, I did... Okay, so... let's take you out. And I just... This is kind of the problem. I just, like, where are all my workers? I have plenty of logs, so let's turn that off. Why are you are flooded? Question mark? No, what is this? What is this? Oh, you're flooded. Oh, yeah, okay, I don't care about you. Okay. Please give me builders. Okay. And they're, of course, about to go take a nap. So, go me. Hopefully we can get this walled off here. And it's going to be a little bit awkward because cutting that path will cut off this whole area. And I'm not quite sure what that's going to do to my pathing as we're trying to get these staircases in. Yeah, it's going to be... I guess... you know what? I could put a staircase in there temporarily as sort of as a go-around here. Do I want to do that? It'll be fine. I have enough logs over here, right? And I've okay. Worst case scenario, I have planks and logs. I should be able to build this. And I also could put down a second district hall temporarily. That might not be the worst idea either. But first, let's get this built. This is now built. Please. Excellent. Now I can demolish you and I can recover this. And then I can place a levee here. Please build that first. Because again, I really just want all the water I can to survive this next drought. So, oh, I need to turn you off because you are out of, well, yeah, we're out of cassavas. And we never got any canola oil for, well, I mean, well, we have the science. We have 1,000 science. Yeah, yes. See, this thing's good. It's so good. I just never have to worry about science. I can unlock anything that I want. So I can start on my resource counters now. I don't have the metal parts for that, but it's only because I'm not getting scrap metal right now because, but like, yeah, this is fantastic. So we're just gonna let this fill up here. You're built, so you can be built now, please. And then you're built, so you can be built now, please. And then once this is built, we're going to cut everything off and hopefully nothing too horrible happens. I guess I should be mindful of where my beavers are and where my water supply is. When I'm doing it should be fine for the few little days that we're doing this. So let's just get this walled off here, preferably before the water comes. The water is almost here. Okay, you're done. And I'm going to go ahead and destroy this path now. That's going to break everything. That's okay. We're going to say, please... No. Please destroy this path, and please build a staircase there. And please, please, please do this very fast. I could demolish the slope and actually have this be aligned properly, and I probably should do that, but for the sake of, I wanted to get this done before. Okay, you guys are working, and of course it's nighttime, so all my beavers are. Do I have stranded beavers? I should have stranded beavers. Breeding is halted. Why? Because I need to turn on my gather flag. Okay. I'm always just so low on beavers. That's just really not good. Okay, so we're building this levee, and we have plenty of logs for that somewhere. Please. Yes. Okay. Okay, the levee is built, and now we need to build the staircase, which just needs the planks, which we definitely have. He's going all the way over here to get the planks, and then he's running all the way back. And, oh, it's online! It's online! We're connected! Reconnected! Awesome. And now, again, I can easily store. Look how much green there is now! Wow! I could maybe even think about farming up here. Do I want to think about farming up there? I'm thinking about it. But I probably have more than enough farmers right now. So we'll just... Oh, and this staircase is done. That's awesome. So we'll just temporarily put a path there, and slightly less temporarily. No. Wait. You... I want you, but not yet. And then you, please gather. Did you? Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're happy. We're gathering water. Let's see if we can start thinking about our, again, I guess I really can't get my smelter in until after the wet season over. So we're kind of waiting for the next drought, I think. All right, we just had an alert over here. This bad water drought source is going to turn on, which I don't think it's going to flood there, but it should just come down here and go off the map, which should be perfectly fine. Should be just fine. Now, I'm a little bit worried about how busy this river is going to get. It's a little bit crowded right now. Like that water feels like it's flowing fast. I'm wondering how much bad water it can actually take, but that's going to be a problem for another day. I don't think it's going to overflow in any sort of meaningful way, at least according to us over here in our cute little corner. But we are about to overflow over here on our water supply, which is awesome, because that means this one power, this is a lot of water. I have a ton of water, and I need to pause you so that you don't wow, this is completely full, and we did it on day 9, which gives me great hope that ignoring this for a little while was the right call, and I can just build my storage facilities and then figure out how to fill it up with water, rather than having lots of water with no place to store it. And this is now all walled off, which means this is obsolete, so we need to get rid of that and pick it up, please. And again, I could build a dam here, but I think what I really should do is just start prepping to go one level higher. I'm not going to do that until the drought, because this is going to be the most annoying little part of that shenanigans. And so we always gotta demolish that. Build up on the... I guess I can start that right now, right? Right, let's just go boom, boom, boom. Again, it's really, really annoying to get power inside. It is annoying, and it will be annoying to get power inside this tank. There might be some way to do it with like impenetrable floors. Can power go through an impenetrable floor? I'm gonna waste 200 science to check. I'm gonna take that as a yes, except now I can't make that go away. I don't want you guys to actually build that. Help. I use the Z controls to get at it. Anyway, we're starting on our power shaft over here, which is awesome. And let's see. And I can turn you on again for a little bit here. But yeah, we're gathering up logs. We're working on our bad water pump over here, which is awesome. And then once we get bad water, we can start thinking about explosives, which is great. And we're day 10, no warning yet, so hopefully we have a nice. Oh, and you know, I could also start working on a bad water or bad tide defense thing that I was planning on, but there's no real point with this much water and how short the first bad tides are. Like, bad water is just, again, it can't, water seeps don't generate anything unless the depth is down to 0.8, and we're not going to get there on the first drought, at the very least. So I could be building because we are on day 4, cycle 4, so we could have bad tides, so I could get down here and wall that off with a floodgate, but I don't need to yet, because my droughts are so much more scary. Let's see. They're still working on my bad water pump? Question mark. Can't get all required materials because I need to get one of you, so we'll do that. And hopefully they're starting to work on this power line over here, and let's see. Yeah. They're working on that stuff over there. Cool. You could also build that. Oh, they have all the logs there. They just didn't feel like building it, of course. And we do get a bad tide. Again, not scary. Because, yeah, it's actually, again... See, that's the thing. I was really tempted to turn the bad tides off because... they might actually just make the game easier because I mean, it's just a water seep. Like, that, like, it's so unbelievably trivial to just wall this off and put down a single floodgate. And you're done. Yeah. But I left it on, and then again, same thing with, you know, no matter how long the bad tide is, this map is just really simple for that. And that was, you know, maybe an argument for playing Spillage, I think, because Spillage will actually, like, just ruin you if you don't block off some pipes in time. But I'm not worrying about that right now. I am worrying about getting things going here. So we actually kind of get a cycle off here, which again means we can start building on this. So that's awesome. I guess I can unpause you, get some more water in here. How are you doing? We're down to 1 builder somehow. It's always, but yeah, he's working. We're making progress. We're banking logs, I guess. I really kind of want to get this emptied so you can start replanting some things. And we need to start thinking about pines for treated planks, I guess, here, huh, too. Oh, too much water. Oh, too much water. Oh, no, not this again. Okay, we only flooded only a little bit, just a little bit. It's interesting that yeah, just okay, I just overflowed the dams. Okay, I get you. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, well, hopefully, again, this... And then, again, if there is a problem, I can always just build a staircase down there and wall it off. But I should be plenty fine. One water pump should be enough for this number of beavers, but I guess his well-being is just not... Eight should be fine for this. I bet, you know what? His house is all the way over here. His workplace is all the way over here. Maybe we should get a the closer your workplace is to your house, the less commuting you have. Now that's some advice for the ages now, isn't it? So maybe we should apply that concept here too. Oh, and we got no workers available, but I don't actually need any bad water yet. Okay, the bad tide is here. It's only 9. I didn't. Now this is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But I think, yeah, like there shouldn't be a problem here. I'm pretty sure I checked everything, and there shouldn't be a problem. I hope this doesn't flood over here. That would be a little bit scary, but there's still plenty of depth here. But yeah. The whole map is now just red. Well, I guess it's always been red. Just now it's slightly more red than usual. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. And you know what? It's never gonna get better. Because I'm sorry, but I do not have the water to greenify the map here. But, whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing? You're scary. Okay. Oh, you're going that way. That's fine. You can go that way. Just don't come this way. Okay. We're good. We're good. So, and again, any bad water here? Nope. So we are a-okay. I might need to turn on an extra pump here, but yeah, we're just gonna chill through this bad tide while they're building this power line, and then we're gonna get our explosives and our metals stuff online here. Well, while we're waiting for this bad tide to pass, I figured, hey, I can start figuring out these things. So I'm just gonna stuff them over here. I figure this is very reasonable. It shouldn't interact with anything over here. But these are great because I can say, hey, if my cassava is greater than looks like kind of like looks like it's a percentage. Oh, I can do quantity too. Include inputs. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Let's see. So would this count as an input? I'm gonna guess no. Maybe. Okay. If inputs, so inputs versus storage. Okay. Inputs versus storage. So let's say. Let's go with include inputs, and if we are above 20, no, let's make it 24 or equal to, which means 24, then you're going to output a signal, and that's awesome. But as soon as you start working, you're going to turn off, and that'd be really dumb. So what we've used here is we get a second resource counter, also set to, and then you're going to say, we're going to need a third resource counter. Because if our fermented cassava, and this one we'll use on in percentages, if this is above 90%, and then again we're going to come back to here, cassava. So if we're above 24 and we are not below 10 and we have space for fermented cassava, right? So we have cassava and. So then we want this relay to say, yes. Relays to say, and and then resource counter 1, resource counter 2, and then and relay 1, and resource counter 3. So you will now be on if you and you are on, and you are only on if you and you are on. So now, if I now hook up relay 2 to here, which immediately turns it off because it's not built yet. But ignoring that, little minor detail, now this should mean that, assuming I've got my logic correctly here, I'm no longer going to have problems with beavers being lazy in the fermenter. And now I just kind of have to do that with a lot of other things, like, oh, I don't know, planks and gears, and eventually explosives, and all the other things too. And so we probably should rename these to resource counter not 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do that on my own time, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what the plan is for some of these buildings. And we also want to do the food factory this way, once we get the food factories online, which I can probably now unlock because I have a billion science, because I got a bad tide and I got lucky. So I can unlock the oil press and I can unlock the food factory. We are probably not going to use the hydroponic garden because it uses water, and water is a thing that I do not have a lot of on this playthrough. But everything else, where we can actually just start getting on it. So I'm gonna fiddle around with these things and see you all in a bit. A wise man once said, "Never do math on camera." And what is logic if not binary math on camera? This doesn't work. No time has passed. I just realized, yeah, I'm an idiot. And this needs to not be an and. This needs to be a set reset latch. The issue is that these cute little memory things require extract. And extract requires, well, that's 30 metal blocks, which I am exactly 30 metal blocks short on. I thought maybe, okay, well, maybe I could use a timer, but that requires treated planks, which requires sap, which I do not yet have, and all of my pine trees have died. Oopsies. But I'm not going to give up because, again, I said I can make a SR latch here, I think. Just using these relays, because relays can do ands, ors, nots, and XORs, so I should be able to sort of create... I should be able to redo this here, and again, I'm going to do that off camera because you should not do math on camera. Be right back. Okay, well, I created my cute little S and latch, and the idea is that when I have fermented cassava space and my set is on, then turn on the fermenter. But there's two problems with this little system. One is that it's never actually going to ever turn on because this the AND version of the SR latch doesn't turn on until one of these turns off, and one of these is never going to turn off because I already have more cassavas than 24, so I'm never gonna activate the SR latch. I can probably trigger that with a lever or something, but more importantly is that the game does not like the fact that I am feeding in the inputs of each of the back basically to itself in order to again, it's just a memory toggle. Man, it's just a memory toggle, and obviously you're supposed to use memory toggles, not this. So I need to go back to the drawing board here and try again. Okay, after a lot of faffing around with Excel and Paint, trying to figure out how to get this to work, I've kind of come to the conclusion that it is not possible strict, but if I use the fermented cassava as my sort of memory module, maybe that'll work. So I have a whole setup here measuring if my ferment. I'm not sure what thresholds I want to use yet, but just I'm going to measure. Hey, is the cassava low? Is the cassava high? Right? Is the fermented cassava high? Is the fermented cassava low? Right? And then these XORs basically say, am I somewhere in the middle? Right? One of these counters is on, one of these counters is off. Right? So they're both measuring greater thans. So if it's greater than 4, then if it's less than 4, both these are off, and so I'm not in the middle. If I'm greater than 4, then one of these is on, and we're somewhere in the middle. And if they're both on, that means we're not in the middle, and this is off. So these are XOR gates that say, hey, I have a middle amount of material. And then my final node says, if I have extra cassava or not enough fermented cassava, please turn on the fermenter, right? Extra cassava, and I think this spreadsheet here is easier to see. So if my cassava is high versus mid, cassava low, and versus if my fermented cassava is high, I just don't want anything, right? Period, the end. But if my cassava is high and I have a middle amount of cassava, go ahead and turn on the fermenter so we're not, wasting our cassava. But if our cassava level is high and we have a middle amount, either way, if the cassava is low, please turn on. But of course, if we have no cassava, please turn off. That's the idea here, and hopefully that makes sense. So whether it'll work or not, I'm not really sure. I'll probably have to adjust these again thresholds at some point to fill around with them. But that's kind of the goal here. We'll see if it works or not. But maybe, just maybe, I've spent all day long to just, not have to press this button every once in a while, which, I think that's just a great use of my time to end this episode. Okay.